Fresh off the board, check out the torch, light it up, bam, 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 bam. If this is a sport, I win an award, pull off on the lamb, 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 lamb. Ooh, ice, neck piece freeze, power up. Yeah, power up. Oh, 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 power up. Yeah, yeah. I pop me a nigga, she pop a pill. Yeah, we some drop top pop stars. I got the soda mixed with the Yola, give him that lock, lock, lock jaw. Ooh, bite, down on knees, power up. Power up. Yeah, I got this drip straight out of Brooklyn. Ooh, Independence Day, they shoot and boom. Every day like the 4th, fuck it, every day Juneteenth. That's no fucking firecracker. I see dead police. They be running my block. Now my block stay hot. This shit looking like the birds, and I'm like, fuck it, they can all get shot. Everybody masked up. Middle fingers to the law. Like a fortune teller, I see the future, and I still got my mask off. You can't tell me go to hell. Hell is already here. Don't you see this motherfucker burning down, but I don't never live in fear. Trap still gotta jump. Still gotta serve a clutch. Everything going digital, but bitches still wanna fuck. Let me get that wop. Let me squeeze that cleavage. Let me fuck from the back and send you back to your man so he can eat it. You's a nasty little bitch. You ain't classy little bitch. You been sucking dick and eating pussy, then you gave your mans and them a kiss. On phone them grave, on phone them grave. Trap always open, pandemic plays. Baby, fresh off the board, check out the torch, light it up, bam, 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 bam. If this is a sport, I win an award, pull off on the lamb, 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 lamb. Ooh, ice, neck piece freeze, power up. Yeah, power up. Oh, 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 power up. Yeah, yeah. I pop me a nigga, she pop a pill. Yeah, we some drop top pop stars. I got the soda mixed with the Yola, give him that lock, lock, lock jaw. Ooh, bite, down on knees, power up. Power up. Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? This is the Loner Lounge Podcast. I'm your host, Solo. Man, I'm real excited about the show tonight. I got a guest with me. I'm going to say a very special fucking guest, and you will find out why during the interview. Goes by the name, now is known as King Darius the Great. You know what I'm saying? But I will also put in the mix that formerly known as Gator from the group Seaside from back. You might remember him from the early 2000s. They was the shit, man. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm a Georgia boy my damn self, so you already know what that is, man. Made a lot of fucking noise. So anyway, man, I'm gonna let the man just kind of, introduce himself a little bit for you guys. Whatever I didn't cover right there, man, he can just go ahead and let you know who the fuck you talking to, who you listening to right now. Go ahead and do your thing, man.
Man, I appreciate the Loner Lounge Podcast first and foremost. And yeah, man, it's King Darius the Great. I was definitely a part of that group Seaside. We had joints MySpace Freak, which was actually the first viral song in the history of music. We also had the song Boyfriend Girlfriend featuring Keisha Cole that charted on Billboard and what have you. After that, man, I did a lot of writing, wrote for a lot of artists, major artists, independent artists. The list goes on. And right now, I'm just coming back in front of the camera, again, reinventing myself and presenting this new material that I have to the masses, bro. And I'm really looking forward to sharing the growth that I've experienced during the industry and packaging it up and delivering it to the fans, bro.
Absolutely, man. That's great shit. Because one thing I love over here on my show, me as a man myself, is watching people elevate, stick around, still have longevity, still make moves, and reinventing yourself is like the hardest shit you could ever do, especially in industry, when entertainment industry. That's like one of the hardest damn things to do. And the fact that this man right here came from a humongous situation early in his career, and the fact that he's still popping out here doing big shit. Because I gotta tell you though, man, I want to get into your song that you recently put out, man, Pandemic Plays. I watched the video, heard the song. Fucking fire, man. Fucking fire, man. Let me tell you, that shit, I listened to it probably I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't bullshit my guests. I think I played it probably 5-6 times back to back though when I was doing my research for you, man. That shit was fire.
Word. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. That's one of my favorite joints. And that record right there was just, an introduction of things to come. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with nobody right now. I'm zeroed in. I'm focused. And that song right there was just a time capsule of the past, year and some change, and everything that's been going on with the world changing, and, everything that comes with that, from doing everything virtual to, just the new mandates that's on different states and what have you. Just all the chaos. I wanted to embody it in a record and deliver it in a creative way, and I feel like I accomplished it with that particular record. So I'm glad and appreciative that you like it like that, bro. That's what's up. Oh,
I'm definitely gonna be sharing that shit around. The beat had me crunk. Yeah, that's a word we use down here for all you city motherfuckers listening. We love y'all too, though, but we still say crunk because I'm 28. I came up in that era. Crunk was the shit, but it definitely got me crunk, man. And you were spitting your ass off, and the grittiness you had in your voice on it, man, made me want to slap the shit out of somebody. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. For sure, man. For sure. And then, because again, that's how one's pretty much felt the whole past year and a half. It's like, man, where's all this change and this different stuff going on? I feel like slapping somebody. So it's like, I wanted to embody that on the record, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I accomplished that. And, it's more to come, man. It's more to come from that. Definitely. I'm working hard in the studio right now on my, I'm going to call it debut release, because like I said, I am a new entity. And the name of that album is called Block Deleted Goodbye. And all on that album, bro, is nothing but straight fire. You know what I'm saying? I took my time for the past few years to even construct this project the right way. You know what I'm saying? And things started changing and everything like that. I had to incorporate that as well. So hopefully everybody will feel it the way I put my energy into it,
Oh shit, man. See that now you done got me hyped up and shit, bro. Cause man, when people reinvent themselves and they come in front of the public as a whole new entity, like you said, a whole new fucking energy, and they hyped up about the shit, they fucking hungry still. They, they kind of go back to before they even had a big situation, get that hunger in their stomach. They just come out hard and shit. And from what I heard from Pandemic Plays, if that's the type of new shit you coming with, bro, hey, motherfuckers ain't gonna have no damn choice but to turn up the radio when it come on. Cause I'm telling you, the shit fire. You listen to this shit out here today, I mean, it's cool, but this shit, man, you can spit your ass off, bro. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Like, you can really spit your ass off.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, by the way. And that just comes from me growing up in a certain particular era where the music, I would say, was a lot more informal and just resonated with people a lot heavier than what a lot of artists are today doing. So I took a lot from the pioneers, bro, that I personally grew up on, and I incorporate that with kind of the vibration that these new cats are doing. But like I said, I stay true to lyricism and content. I'll put a beat on, I'll rap on a track that's appealing to today's generation. But one thing you're gonna get from King Darius the Great is lyricism and knowledgeable content. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go hand in hand, but we're going to have fun while you're listening to it. I'm not going to, over-conscious beat you in the head, but you're going to learn something while you dancing or vibing out. You feel me?
Right. That's one thing that the game's kind of missing today, man, is that people make great records, but there's just no meat on the bones. I miss the days like the early 2000s. That was my favorite fucking era. I know a lot of people say the 90s, bro, but early 2000s, it was just the most grown man, just grown ass shit, just having fun, balling, getting money, wasn't all this damn crying and depression and drug addict shit going on. They might have been doing a little coke, but we'll let that slide to get you turned up. But back then, bro, it was, you know what I'm saying? Back then, bro, it was just a whole wave of like people knew how to have a good fucking time. and people really took that shit serious. And there was a lot of heavy spitters in the early 2000s that could also make, I mean, if you think about how many damn big hits came out in the early 2000s, bro, it'll blow your fucking, like, and I don't think any era had that many biggest hits as the early 2000s did, man, to be honest.
I mean, you got to think about it. You're talking about cats like Cassidy, Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones.
Right.
Shout out to Mike Jones too, man. I be working close with him as well.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, the cats like them, man, and just the list goes on. You're right. That particular era kind of gets slept on because it was a transition out of the 90s into this millennium, you know what I'm saying? And those individuals really held it down for the hip hop heads, you know. They really did. They really did usher it in a proper way. I feel like the generation after that has kind of dropped the ball. So, you know, I'm doing my due diligence to bring it back to realness and really get out here and do my due diligence to, you know, drop some bars on these individuals, bro. Like some things that's going to really resonate with you in a way that a lot of this music just simply can't, you know, because it's coming from individuals who don't have the mentality to even give you those types of things. Right. So, you know, I can't fault them for that. At that, you know, looking at it from that sense, because it's like I'm not gonna go to a shoe store for no jewelry. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, that's deep. I'm not
gonna go to Payless to get some diamonds. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the issue. We go into the wrong sources expecting other things, and that they simply just aren't equipped with, you know. So
that was hard. That was hard. Oh, so yeah, all you people listening, man, you better really just let that shit marinate a minute before you get, that shit was hard though, man. Listen to what that man was saying just then. All right, but let me do this, bro, because you know I gotta get on my professional shit for my damn listeners be done cuss me out, you know what I'm talking about? So what I want to do with you, bro, because I'm already super excited, I'm hyped up, you can probably already tell. I'm a big fucking music head, man. Early 2000s was my shit, you know what I'm saying? So what I want to do with you, man, since you was a pivotal part of the early 2000s era, in my opinion, man, I want to break this shit down. I want to break down King Darius the Great. I want to break down Gator from Seaside. Let's start from the beginning before you was ever even famous at all or anything like that, bro. Who was you before music?
So, me personally, man, I was just an individual that had just an impeccable amount of ambition. And I mean, to keep it real with you, my knack for music wasn't necessarily always there. I was I didn't even like the shit, you know, as a young lad. But as I got older, I saw that, hey, I can use this as an outlet to express myself in ways that I really couldn't in normal conversation. So I started getting into the writing and just creating. And I used to go and, you know, look through dictionaries, thesauruses and what have you, because I wanted to really, I told myself, if I'm going to get into this, I'm going to do myself and everybody else justice by, you know, equipping myself with an arsenal of material, you know. So and for me, that started with the dictionary and the thesaurus, because I'm like, I gotta get in there and really just understand these words, meaning, prefixes, suffixes, the whole nine, because I wanna just build my whole arsenal, so when I'm going in, I know what I'm doing, you know. So I took a second to really just get that right and proper. And once I felt like I was ready, man, you know, music has really been a part of me ever since. It really goes hand in hand with my particular life and my lifestyle, you know. Coming from originally from the Midwest, we have a certain level of influence up there, like Twista and Do or Die. Oh, you know, I mean, these are legends.
Two of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Even Bone Thugs and Harmony, for that matter. Right. You know, those individuals, like they really gravitated. I really gravitated towards it because of the melodies that they were putting in there. Like these are some of the first individuals to incorporate melodic rhymes with lyricism. Like it didn't start just today with rappers having melodies. Like, no, bro, like it was a lot earlier, and it was actually a lot more fire.
Right, absolutely.
Like, keeping it real. So I took a lot of those things and just learned, man, and incorporated it into myself. And once I found myself in Georgia, I ended up coming across one of my former group members, and he was just like, "Man, you know how to rap? You know how to rap?" I'm like, just out the blue, just random. And I was just like, well, actually, matter of fact, I rap and sing. So he was like, man, I got the studio up the street. You know what I'm saying? He was like, something just told me to ask you that, but man, I got the studio up the street, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, cool. So I go up there, and then, man, I mean, once he hit record, bro, it was just like running water. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I'm pretty seasoned. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in the lyrical gym. You know what I'm saying? I've been punching bags with these punchlines, you know what I'm saying, and really getting right. So it resonated with him real well, as well as the other guys. So instantly we became a group on the local level called Seaside. And shout out to the north side of Atlanta, Marietta, Georgia. That's where we all from. We created the anthem for our side of town, which was being totally overlooked at the time in the city. It was only about east side, west side, south side when it comes to Atlanta. They weren't talking about no north, But we kind of shed a lot of light on that through our song Marietta Ho. Then after that, man, like I said, MySpace Freak happened. And see, that happened because MySpace happened. And what happened was I took a personal note when MySpace came out, and I'm like, yo, this website, this platform is so crazy right now. Like, yo, if somebody make a record about this right now, it will simultaneously promote itself through the platform because of how popular it is, which means that it won't require a lot of marketing dollars behind it at the time. And lo and behold, man, we recorded it. And that's exactly what happened, bro. We literally took off overnight.
I gotta stop you real quick though, brother, just because I want people to really know about that record. Because I went back and watched the video as well, bro. How the fuck did you guys get a hold of Jazzy Faye for the video and for the production on that? That's one of my favorite producers.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Shout out to Jazzy Faye. He a legend for sure. What happened was we had the record already that was produced by our then group member, DJ Bricks, aka Hit James. And me and him came up with the concept of the record. So I came up with the concept, he came up with the production, and then a couple of the other guys went ahead and jumped on it as well. And we put it out. And the song took off overnight, literally, like, back in the day when the MySpace pages, you could have your default song on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, bro, we did the song, we put it up on our page. The very next day, you could click on random pages and people had the song as they default. Shit. Literally, it went viral before going viral was a thing. You know what I mean?
Hold on. So let me. I want my listeners to really understand this shit right here. This is actually historic, in my opinion, because I'm a music lover. Seaside and King Darius the Great back then, Gator Man, these dudes literally paved the way for you motherfuckers to go viral with your little SoundCloud raps today, because MySpace was damn sure a pivotal time in music. And it's amazing that even back then at your young age at that time, you was able to comprehend that, okay, MySpace could be used as like a free marketing tool without having to put a shitload of promotional money behind it. And it fucking worked. That is crazy to me that at that kind of age, and you was kind of new to music, that you already had that kind of mindset to know. Like, that was crazy, man. You was ahead of your time with that.
Oh yeah, man. The glory goes to God on that one, man, because I definitely did have that vision, and the way that I saw it is exactly the way that it happened. A few of the other guys didn't see that at the time, because I mean, nobody did. Like, making an internet song, what the hell you talk about?
Right.
We don't make no songs about no internet, nigga.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, nah, bro, like, just like trust my lead on this. You know what I'm saying? I see what this can do, you know. And then once that happened and it took off, like literally, bro, and this is probably the most kind of like industry action that I've seen in a short period of time. Like literally from the time that we recorded that record and put it on our page, to just 3 weeks later, we had probably been in every single major label office known to man, because that's how quick people were hitting us up, wanting to. We was going through a straight up bidding war, you know what I'm saying? And ultimately, we ended up with a company called 1720, an independent record label out here in Atlanta, and they partnered up and did a joint venture with Universal Republic, you know. And that's when Jazzy Faye went ahead and got involved, you know, because you take a record like that and then you just enhance it and make it bigger, adding more star power. You know, he reproduced the track to a certain degree. He kept a lot of elements from DJ Bricks. You know, so it was great. It was great, man. It was a great moment. It was a great time. It was like literally us kicking down the door and saying, you know, we're not playing.
For real, man. That is crazy. Because like I said, Jazzy Faye is he's one of the most legendary producers, especially for like Southern, I would say, like for, especially in the early 2000s era, there was a lot of damn hits that man produced, especially in the Southern regions, man. So the fact that you guys had your first, not only was your first hit song on the fucking internet at a time like that, when the internet was fucking fresh and nobody really knew what the fuck was going on with it. Not only that, y'all was the first viral music to happen online on the internet. And then not only that, go ahead.
My bad, but mind you, this is before Soulja Boy.
Right. So y'all birthed him, you know, in my opinion. Bro, that's crazy, because think about how young y'all was when that happened, bro, and how young the damn internet was. I mean, MySpace was literally something for people to get on and chat with each other with. It wasn't even for music like that. So the fact that you've seen that shit coming, man, that is crazy. Because now MySpace today, it's all fucking music. That's all that's on there. It's just music artist page. That's it.
Right.
The future. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and bro, my mom says this to me a lot. She always says I'm very prophetic in my music. Right. So, you know, cool, I'll take that.
Yeah, the proof's in the pudding, man, because you damn sure showed it, bro. And you know, and that was and if you go back and listen to the song, everybody listening, man, you got to go check that song out. It's called MySpace Freak. It is so early 2000s, man. It just makes you reminisce on the damn time when music was fucking great. In my opinion, early 2000s was the golden era for me in music. It's filled with that early 2000s vibe, man. It'll literally make you reminisce to this day. I just listened to it earlier and I got put in a whole mindset of back when I was a youngster. Just the time, man. You gotta go check that fucking song out, bro. It'll make you reminisce on great days, man, of music and just fun. So with that being said, man, I'm glad.
Who in your top 8 right now, Nick?
Right now? I don't have any, man. The only damn people I listen to today is Zero and fucking, I think that's it.
Yeah. Shout out to Ace Town.
Yeah, man. I was just listening to Do or Die earlier, man. They got a song called Just Ballin'. I love that fucking song, man. I love those guys.
Yeah. That's the Rap-A-Lot family, man. You already know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. But yeah, absolutely. So I guess I could actually ask you that question, bro. I want to know who was your top guys back when you was in the industry back then with your hits, and who is your guys you like now?
Yeah, so back then coming up, I gravitated a lot towards people like I know I mentioned Cassidy already.
The fucking monster.
Man. Speaking on him just real quick, I really admire him to this very day, because it's not a lot of people that will put their legacy on the line and get in today's rap battle culture, man, as an individual who's already had extreme mainstream success.
For real.
So for him to do that, man, you know what I'm saying, much props to him. You know, he's just a continued legend and just a continued representation of what it is to be an artist. You know, like he didn't shun away from that like most would, you know. So I definitely give him props for that, for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than him, man, like I said, Twista, Do or Die. You know what? And I don't know if it's too early or too late, but I really don't give a damn. Cause I'm a singing guy too. I really am. R. Kelly, bruh, had a tremendous impact on me when it comes from musical standpoint.
I ain't scared to say that shit. To this day, I ain't scared to say that. This fucking music
I don't
crazy.
know. I don't know if that's a bad word or whatever, but I really don't give a damn.
Right.
That dude right there he's probably my one, like, if not my number one artist, he's definitely in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? As someone that I personally looked up to from a musical standpoint. I don't know anybody that has the type of body of work that this man has, from pop records to R&B records to slick rapping to inspirational gospel type of joints to your old heads barbecuing like blood. He got something for that. He showed me through his material the importance of having a variety.
Right.
Style. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I think his just catalog is unmatched, you know. So
I'm so damn glad that somebody else actually said it out loud, bro. Because today's culture gets on my fucking nerves with all this. They scared to say what's on their fucking mind and shit because everybody freaks the hell out. Though I'm like, man, look, we're talking about music here, guys. We don't know this. I didn't know this fucking guy personally. His music was great. A lot of us are here today because of his music. Our parents did some nasty shit when it came out, and then here we are today. So we got to give respect with his dude.
Generation was made to that man.
I swear to God, man, they better recognize what happened. You know, you better check the back seat of your mama's old Volvo outside. You probably still, you know what I'm saying? Shit is out of control, you know? But yeah, I mean, we're talking about music here though, bro. And just the shit that you just said, I mean, you hit it on the head, man. Like, the dude was so versatile. No one had the style that he had. And he almost had like this Prince aura about him. Like, you know, Prince, man. Like, he's like a modern day Prince. Cause like everybody that has a story about him, you expect the fucker to come in floating and shit. It's like one of those things, man. For real.
Right. So just to touch on that a little more, I'm actually currently in works of a project where I sampled all of R. Kelly's greatest music, and I did my own songs to him. You know what I'm saying? And the name of that project is called R Versus. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how they got the versus battles going on right now,
I love it.
And what have you. You know what I'm saying? If that man was allowed to be in that, come on, man. There's nobody that he could.
There ain't nobody that could battle him. If I can think, I can't think of nobody
at all. And I just feel like, you know, it does us as a community of artists, it does us a disservice to cancel a man's music with that type of body of work. You know what I'm saying? Again, we can debate all day as far as like the allegations and this, that, or other. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the catalog. Yes. And to have that catalog be quote unquote null and void as far as the mainstream is concerned, I mean, it does an extreme disservice to the artist community. You know what I'm saying? Because we looked at that material for influence on how we make music going forward. So I decided to say, you know, fuck the bullshit and go against the grain. And, you know, this may not be a heavily promoted project, but this is my side project that I'm going to put out regardless.
I'm definitely going to listen to it. Hey, I'm all in that. Fuck that shit, man. You said you got all this greatest hit sample. That's a big order to fill, man.
When I tell you it's hard to do justice for that man, but I made sure that I did. Myself, along with another artist by the name of Mike Jordan. You know what I'm saying? He really gave the rap vibes on the records. I gave more of the melodic singing vibes on the records. And we just did a marriage of hip hop with old R. Kelly records. And when I tell you it's something that I'm very proud of, I'm very proud of, even though it's low key.
Right. Well, I can understand that shit. I'm proud for you, man. Goddamn, that's one of the greatest fucking R&B dudes in the damn world, and you got all this greatest hit sample. Like, that's a huge order to fill for yourself, man. I don't know where you got the balls to jump into a project like that, but that's a tall order, man.
It is, bro. But honestly, I'm probably like the best person to do that. Like, I don't think that there's anyone else in this world that could have done that, because like I said, he's like my number one artist as far as influence growing up. Right. So I really embodied a lot of the things that man was doing throughout his career. And with that being said, I knew I could stand up to the job. You know, what we did was we took the concepts of each record and we kept that concept. We kept that same concept, but we just changed, obviously, the words and the delivery to make it up to date.
Right, y'all modernized it in a way, right?
Right, exactly. And we did it in just a great fashion, bro. Like, I'm very proud of that particular project.
Well, I can definitely tell that you're still very, very motivated and very, very just excited and influenced by music still after all these years, man. That's a lovely thing to see, because like I said, you know, you're reinventing yourself as a new entity out here, and the fact that you still give a fuck about music in such a passionate way still, man. And it's beautiful for the game, because you're definitely, not only that, you're bringing vibes from a time that people absolutely fucking miss out here, man. For real.
Oh yeah, man. And that's the reason why I do it, man, because I know that those vibes had a long-lasting effect on me. So I'm like, hey, if I'm able to reincarnate those vibes in a new modern fashion, but staying true to the originator, man, bro, I'm gonna have the same effect on these new fans, especially considering the fact that nobody's doing it right now. So
right.
You know, if there's a hiatus, I'm gonna feel it.
Absolutely, man. Well, I can't wait to check that out when it comes out, man. Make sure all the listeners, y'all stay tuned for that. Definitely. So this actually leads me into the next question, bro. I gotta know this shit, man, because you and your group that you was in back then, man, y'all did a fucking big, humongous song with one of these sexiest women alive in the game back then, man, Keisha Cole, bro. I want you to tell me how the fuck that song and video came to be, and how was it working with that goddess?
Man, so it's an interesting thing about that record, man. A very interesting thing. So we were just at the tail end of our single deal situation with MySpace Freak. And you know how it is with them single deals, man. It's like, you know, it's one and done. You know what I'm saying? It's like the NCAA tournament. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so unless you win. So I feel like we won pretty big, but at the same time, a win is not counted until the label says you won. And when they say you win, they want something else. Right. At that particular time, because being independent was still not a popular thing, but I'm glad it became popular, but we can get into that. Anyway, yeah, so when that happened, they're like, what are y'all gonna come with next? Like, y'all need another record, otherwise this shit is over with, basically. You know what I'm saying? In a nutshell. So while we was on the road one day, I always got into the studio on my own. You know what I'm saying? Away from the group. I used to always link in with one of my producers, and we would always just put in work just for whatever, whether it be for other artists, myself, or even my group for that matter. So we're in the vehicle and we talking about, man, where we gonna go with it next. They was at least. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm in the front seat, like, these niggas arguing over shit that they don't even know I already got the next shit. Like, right. So I pop in, you already know CDs back then. Like, so I pop in the CD, like, I ain't even say shit. I just put it in. My road manager's like, he turned that shit up. He's like, oh, what's this? He said, man, what you niggas in the back arguing about? Y'all got the next record right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, what? They like, what? Turn it up. You know, so originally it was me singing the chorus just for referencing purposes. But they heard that chorus and that beat, and, you know, our road manager was just like, dog, this is y'all's next record. Hands down. So we ended up getting an artist by the name of Flair Jones, female R&B artist that we were working with at the time real closely with. And she re-sang my words to a T, you know, just the way that it should. And did the bridge and as well at the end and the whole nine. I'm talking about she sung her heart out on that record, man. She
really
did. She really did it. She really did it amazing justice. And the funny thing about that song is it actually got on radio for damn near half a year with her version, with her on it, with her on the record. Keisha Cole did not get on that record until literally, like I said, a half a year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even 8 months after that song was already out. And then she jumped on it because Universal Republic, obviously they thought that having her on there with star power would take it to new heights, which it definitely did. It definitely did. But without the original singer, it wouldn't even got to that point. So literally you had half of the country playing the record before the version with Keisha Cole even came out.
Oh shit, I ain't know that. Damn.
Yeah.
So it was just destined to be a hit record regardless of who the fuck was really anybody big you got on it, because apparently they was already fucking with it before anybody with big star power even touched it. So that's amazing. Right,
exactly. And honestly, when they were bidding to get her on the record, obviously she got paid, but at that time she was just so hot that you don't got to do everything, even if the check is good. You don't got to do everything. So she was kind of dragging her feet on giving an answer on being on the song, right? So it's a funny story. She's in New York in the limousine or Uber or whatever the hell. It was more than likely a limo because Uber was just, I don't even know if it had came out yet, but she in black car service, right? And she's in the vehicle, and the song with the original singer comes on in the car. And at that point she's like, oh hell no. Yeah, go ahead and tell them we can go ahead and do it. Go ahead and book that time so we can go ahead and knock that out, because I need that.
Oh shit. Just like that. She just oh shit, that's crazy.
Right. So it already had, just like MySpace Freak, it already had its legs before the mainstream got a hold of it and started implementing their characters, so to speak.
Damn, man, that is crazy, man. So I'm kind of curious though, bro. Like when that song came out, the version with Keisha Cole, man, how much did that elevate you guys' career? Like, and how big of a situation was y'all really into on that run with that song, man?
I mean, to an artist that really wants to experience success, man, I can honestly say it was like a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Like we was literally living out our dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like even looking back on it, being an older cat at this point, it was like, dude, like what the hell was going on? It seems like it was a dream. Right. And I woke up from the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But it was real. It was a real thing. And what it did for us, man, it elevated us to just new heights. You know, when we talk about performing and the demand of the show schedule, you know, flying in and out of town. I missed a couple of them flights. I'm sorry, guys. But flying in and out of town to these different states for shows and on-air interviews and what have you, just, you know, the demand definitely rose when that particular record came out with her on it. And man, I couldn't change nothing in the world for that, bro. Like we go from performing in front of, you know, just a couple hundred people to, you know, thousands in an arena. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Being on the same bill as Lil Wayne and things of that nature, whom I actually got an opportunity to write for in my career. That was a very humbling experience.
Oh, shit.
But to be able to write for those types of artists and be right there sharing the stage with them because of this record. You know what I'm saying? I actually remember one of the biggest shows we had in Chicago, Illinois. I mean, it's thousands, tens of thousands of people out there, man. And we performed. We had a great show. I'm talking about, man, I jumped in the crowd, the whole nine. The whole nine. I'm talking about it at the Toyota Center. So that's a soccer field that the Chicago Fire play soccer. So you know
I respect that. You jumped in the crowd in that. I respect the fuck out of you for that. That took some balls.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for real. And that same show, it was so many big acts on that show, man. And Flo Rida performed, and he performed the song that I wrote for him, featuring Lil Wayne, that they did together, called American Superstar. So,
Holy shit.
You couldn't tell me nothing at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sharing the stage with these same artists as an artist, and then they perform something that I actually wrote for them the same night. Like, I mean, it was just insane, bro. So that's the type of level of the heights that we reached once that record came out, you know.
Damn, man. So that actually, I'm curious now, though, man. I heard you mention it a couple of times, bro. See, I know you said you wrote for Lil Wayne. You kind of skimmed over that like it was no big deal. I gotta tell you to relax, man. That's a fucking huge goddamn thing. We're gonna have to get into that, man. My listeners want to know. So you wrote for Lil Wayne, you said, and also Flo Rida, which is a huge deal. Like, them dudes. And Flo Rida had some of the biggest fucking hits out ever back in the earlier days. Well, actually, not too long ago, he's still out here popping. And Lil Wayne, we already know that's the fucking GOAT. So who else, man, in the industry I don't know how much you're allowed to talk about and shit, but I mean, how many other great people like that have you wrote for in the industry, if you don't mind sharing, man?
Yeah, man. So I've gotten opportunities to work with, you know, like I said, Lil Wayne, Flo Rida, T-Pain. T-Pain is just, man, wonderful artist, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got a chance to work with him. G-Unit, Young Buck.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shawty Low, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most definitely. BMF with Blue Da Vinci and them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Yeah, man. Yep. Shout out to Calico Jones. Me and Calico Jones, we're like extended family. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
damn.
yeah, if you know anything about Calico Jones, he actually, you know, he out there with 50 Cent promoting the new BMF series that's going to be hitting the Stars Network pretty soon here. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all for that, you know what I'm saying? That's my big cuz right there, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta shout him out. But yeah, man, like, just that particular part of me is imperative, because I feel like it gives me a way to put other stories out there for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can look at what they've done. I can look at their body of work that they've already have. I can look at, you know, the way that they operate, the way that they conduct themselves on a daily basis. And I can take that information and mold it into a song for them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just, you know, when people say, oh, I wrote for this and I wrote for that, like, you know, like, no, I don't say that in a way to take credit for that. I say it in a way to, like, it's a humbling experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all I did was just take what they've already been doing and molded that into a production, into a writing form. And they bid on it because it fits what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, much love to all those artists that I had played a hand in when it comes to that, because, you know, they definitely were rolling and you know, already had a certain level of prestige on their own. And to allow me to be a part of their project from a writing standpoint, you know, that's just really humbling, and I really appreciated it.
Absolutely, man. So, all right. So you guys listening, bro. So we broke down the earlier days of this man's career, man. And as you can fucking hear, he wasn't bullshitting out here. You know, the motherfucker was by this shit, man. They did a lot. I got a ton of fucking respect for this man and what he accomplished and what he, you know, paved the way for, man, with music, especially coming up in my favorite era of music, though, man. So I want to say thank you for that, for bringing us those hits and that fun time, man. So now that we're all right, we got the earlier part of the career done. All right, we're gonna let that go. Make sure you guys go and look up MySpace Freak, man. You gotta reminisce on that shit, and make sure you go look up Seaside featuring Keisha Cole, man. I think it's called Boyfriend Girlfriend. Make sure you go look that video up. It's a very awesome video. She looks beautiful as ever. The song.
Yeah, like every other year I look at it and there's a million more views on it. So apparently people keep going back and checking it out.
I'm telling you though, man, me being one of them, man, like I love to go back to my favorite time in music. It's just a feeling that you just got to go back there to get. It's, so music like that, bro, I'm telling you, man, y'all got to go watch that fucking video. That shit's got like over I think I listened to it yesterday. It's got like over 6 million fucking views already. It's banana shit, man. The shit ain't no bullshit, man. This is very classic 2000s golden era shit in my opinion. So with that being said, man, I want to get into King Darius the Great, my man. I want to know all about this recreation of you as a man, of you as an artist, where your mind state is now, man. How you feeling these days having to recreate yourself? You know what I'm saying? Just take us through the process of what made you make that choice to even want to do a recreation of you as a person and as an artist, and how you feel about it at this particular time.
So the biggest thing that happened, man, was my level of knowledge and wisdom. And it grew between that time that we were just talking about and now in a tremendous fashion. And when I say that, I'm talking about just from, even a quote unquote religious aspect, but I would say more so spiritual,
right?
Because I don't like to put ties on certain things, but from just an understanding of how the universe works and operates, and the law of attraction, and then what you put out is what you get back,
right?
And just having these higher level of understandings. Me as an artist, I would be doing myself a disservice and being totally not true to myself if I didn't incorporate that into my music. Even when it comes to having proper nationality in this country as a melanated male, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if we don't proclaim proper nationality, we are always subject to the certain violence that we see, and we can get into an uproar all day long. And I was that individual that used to run out there and do that too. But at some point we have to say, okay, so what's next? Well, the thing is, there's never is no next when you don't have no standing at law. So I took a time to really understand that and the Moorish American understanding, and as far as who we really are. So when I'm equipping myself with this added knowledge, it's like the same way that I was when I was a young kid, and I was just equipping myself with lyrics and words from the dictionary and the thesaurus to raise my, arsenal to attack the tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the same thing now, but now I'm feeding my brain with knowledge, and I refuse to just withhold it. You know what I'm saying? I have to put it out. So, but again, I do it in a very creative and witty way to where the listener can really appreciate it. Sometimes they may not even know what the fuck they hearing because it just feels good. I make sure that it feels really, really good. Right. But by the time number 3 that you hear it, you're going to start paying attention to them words because I'm really putting them in there, and it's all about elevation, man. And, I'm big on sharing that type of elevation with others so that they can elevate too. This is what it's about. So I've just grown from a mental standpoint, just in a very, very high level from where I was before, probably. I always had a certain knack of higher knowledge, but when I really delved into it, I'm letting it be known through my material right now. And with the way the game is ran now, from an independent standpoint, I can do that. I'm not trying to make the team no more. Like before, when you had to make the team, you had to make the label. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not, now you making your own team. This is pickup ball. Nigga, I got you, and we finna go win. You know what I'm saying? Like we not trying to make the roster and look on the paper outside the coach's office and see if my name is on the list no more. Now we making our own team and we finna go run and shoot, my nigga.
Wow, man. See, so to all my listeners, bro, I really love that message, man. Because, I mean, it's so damn necessary to get that message out there these days, bro. Because what you got to understand about me I'm a bookworm, man. I love to read. I read a lot of shit on human nature. I love psychology shit. I love the study of social sciences, you know, body language, all this type of different shit, bro. I'm into all of that shit. I do believe that knowledge is the key to life, but I do believe that there's knowledge and there's wisdom. Knowledge gets you through a man-made system. Wisdom, you pretty much realize how fucking dumb you are in the grand scheme of things. So it's two dynamics. And when people can actually put that message out there to let people's minds open up to how, you know, to at the same time to understand, again, with wisdom, how small we actually are in the grand scheme of everything in the universe, but also how big of an impact you can have by having proper knowledge to move around in a man-made world. So that is a very, very good message. I really want to get that out there, especially to the youngsters today, man. Y'all gotta quit the dumb shit. I understand it wasn't y'all's fault, bro. Y'all didn't have anybody there to really, you know, impute none of that shit into y'all, except for the TV and all this violent shit you watch and all the music. I understand, bro, but I need y'all to really just crack a book open, man. Just, you know, go online, bro. Just, you know, whatever. Just read some positive shit. Read some shit that put fat on your brain. Just, I don't care if you take one damn day out of the week or out of the month. Just crack open something that has some meat on it and just let it marinate in you just once a month. If you got to start out small, dog, just do it for yourself and just watch how much better you feel as a person when your mind start opening up, you know?
If you got short attention span like most of us do nowadays, watch some good YouTube videos, nigga.
Right. They out there, bro. They out there, man. I mean, it's everywhere. The knowledge is everywhere. You just got to go find it. It's out
like,
there.
I can't stand when I get into it a lot with certain individuals that be like, oh, where did you get that from? YouTube? Yeah, dude. That's the way the information is put out here, dumbass. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah.
21st century, you know, everything's virtual nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody passing out a fucking newspaper at the goddamn grocery store no more. You know what I'm saying? Everything's online. Everybody moves from the corner to the internet. Indeed. They done figured out how to sell everything on the internet and then some. So there's definitely knowledge on there. So it's all about what you look for and what you search for and what you take the time out to listen to. So, you know, I just want to second you on that. And I just wanted to let the brothers and sisters know that, hey, you know what I'm saying, if you one of those individuals that have a short attention span, especially now because they make it to where you got to have that, then again, by all means, just get online and check out some videos that can equip you with the knowledge that's necessary to move around out here, man, because you don't want to be a part of the whole the shepherd's sheep barn, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't be part of that. You really don't. You know, and then when you as soon as you figure out that you can elevate above that, things just seem so much more clear. You just walk with a different confidence. You know, you understand your purpose. And I think that's important. And you begin to have a certain love for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, going forward, you know, self-love, which is a record that I got featuring this R&B artist named Aria Marie. And that's going to be my major push joint. That's going to be coming very, very shortly, man. I heard a snippet of that on your Facebook page, man. That shit was fire. She did her shit on there. It sounded beautiful.
Oh man, when I tell you that song right there is going to, I feel like it's going to change lives just because of what we're talking about on there. And you know, sometimes artists are afraid to touch on certain subjects because they think they'll deem it as not cool, or you know what I'm saying, whatever,
right,
popping or whatever. Like, it's like, nah, bro. King Darius the Great holds, you know what I'm saying, none of that negativity. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take something positive and we're going to make it cool. You're
a man of principle. You're a man of principle, you know, and you ain't gonna lay it down because of what society deems cool or not. You still gonna make it your own way to be fresh. I love that shit, man.
Right. And I'm gonna do it to where the average individual is going to still appreciate it because I'm gonna make it sound good. You know, a lot of times, and just to touch on this real quick, a lot of times, especially in the past, we had conscious artists along the way. And while individuals like myself and sounds like you too can appreciate those guys, the mainstream listeners just really couldn't get into it based on the vibe. Like, maybe the beat wasn't as commercial as they would like it to be, or maybe the delivery wasn't as commercial as they would like it to be or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But see what I do, I've embodied that particular understanding and still stay true to their particular message. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well,
So
I think that, yeah, go ahead.
I'm able to merge the two so that both fans of that particular respective genres can actually appreciate my music, which broadens my audience.
Right. Well, I will tell you this, bro. If the snippet I heard of that song you're talking about with that the R&B single, man, if that snippet and that Pandemic plays is the vibe you coming with, dog, hey, man, mission accomplished in my book, bro. I cannot wait to hear the projects and shit when they come out, bro. I'm definitely gonna cop them things. I gotta get into that music. You make great fucking music, man. You've always done it, though. Even researching your career, bro, you made great music the whole fucking time. Like, you're definitely an artist at heart. You just made for this shit, in my opinion.
Man, I greatly appreciate that. You know, again, the glory goes to God, the creator, the universe. You know, it's just all about what you put out. And I've put a lot of energy into being an artist and being a musician. So it's only right that I get to this point where I feel elevated mentally. I feel just as strong, if not stronger, from a lyrical standpoint. I feel like I'm just firing on all cylinders, like the veteran on a championship team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm already and it's still starting, but might I add? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm not coming off no bench. Like, we gonna make this happen. We gonna win because of my prior experiences and what I've equipped myself with going forward. You know what I'm saying? This is a winning formula, and I wouldn't change anything for the world, man. As far as like the road I took to get here.
Right. So, man, I want to tell you, man, I really do appreciate you sharing that side of you, though, because when I do my interviews, man, you know, talking about the music and all that, that's great. But I also like to bring who the artist is into the interview, bro, for the listeners and shit, so that the fans or people that don't know you can get a good idea of, you know, who you are as just a man, you know, as a person, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you sharing that part of it. You know, hopefully the message marinated with some people, man, and they're going to go dig into you and see your history, see what you're doing now, bro, and they'll get inspired to do some shit themselves, man. So what I want you to do for me now, we're getting close to wrapping this up, you know what I'm saying? I want you to let people know where they can find you at on all platforms, man. Give all the shout outs you want to give. The floor is yours. Go crazy, man.
Most definitely, man. Once again, man, I appreciate the Loner Lounge podcast for having me. This is a great situation. You all can find me on Instagram at King_Darius 1ST. That's KING_DARIUS 1ST. That's the number one. You can also find me at Twitter at First King_Darius. So 1ST KING_DARIUS. On Facebook, you can find me at King Darius The Great One. You know, and just, you know, reach out to me. I run my social medias. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking to no robots or no European that you ain't never seen in your life. No, I actually run it myself. So, you know what I'm saying? And I do respond as long as it makes sense. You know, so any independent artists out there that's listening to this, that's trying to do their thing, you know, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? We got packages, we got budgets and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I got my company, Be Noble Entertainment, that I'm launching as well. I just want to throw that out there too. That's myself and singer sensation Aria Marie that's on that song Self Love with me. We're putting our powers together and making some real just power moves, man. So any artists out there, singer, rapper, you know, production, you know what I'm saying? Come holler at us, man. We can make it make sense for you or whatever, you know. Like I said, shout out to my dog, Mike Jordan. We got that R Versus album coming out, man. I'm very proud of that one as well. And y'all just stay tuned for my debut dropping, man. Y'all just stay tuned for my debut dropping because it's going to be crazy. Like, I'm really going in right now. And, you know, I'm loving life.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate the hell out of you for taking this interview with me, because the one thing about it, man, I'm brand new to this podcast and shit, but I've been working my fucking ass off, man. And shout out to your publicist, Miguel, man. That dude has been so pivotal for me, man. He's looked out for me a lot. You know, he's a real good dude. And You know, I love his situation he's got going on. He's a big grind out here, man. You got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for taking this interview.
I call him Moses.
Right. It makes sense, man, for real.
I call him Moses, man. That man parts them Red Seas and just walks through. Man, woo.
Man, so I want to ask you this.
He will lead you to the promised land, baby.
I swear to God, hey, this man, hey, look, man, he do his shit. So I want to ask you though, but I don't mean to put you on the spot, dog, but it slips my mind, and I'm so pissed at myself for it though. Do you know what his blog website though, man, where people can get in contact with him for work, man? I don't remember it off my head. Shit.
Yeah, I believe it was 247publishing.com.
All right, bet. Yeah, y'all definitely go, talk some business with Miguel over there, man. He's on his shit. He works his ass off for people he's involved with. So, hey, Darius the Great, man, thank you so much for taking this interview with a newbie like me, man. It really means a lot to me. I think I had a real good time with it, man. I was excited. You know what I'm saying? A historic moment right here, man, for me, bro, reminiscing. You know what I'm saying? Got to know more about what's coming, man. I'm definitely a fan now. Definitely going to be peeping you out. I hope my listeners do the same. I would love to have you back in the future when your shit drops and all of that, man. Do some promo, man. We'll chop it up about it, man.
We're gonna double back. We're gonna definitely double back, man. Because one thing I do, man, I keep mental note of the individuals that I actually enjoyed, because it be some weirdos on this shit when I do this shit, man.
I swear to God, man.
You actually a cool individual, bro. I like the way you rocking as well. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to you and shout out to you, man, for even allowing me on your platform. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is. I'm in your space, man. I'm in your house. I'm the house guest. So I appreciate you having me.
Thank you for that, man. This is the Loner Lounge podcast. I'm your host, Solo. Appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode. Make sure y'all go like the Facebook page, man. Just type in the Loner Lounge podcast in the Facebook search bar and like the page for me. Keep up with me on there. Instagram, the_Loner_Lounge. You know what I'm talking about? I'll see y'all on the next one.